In order to get the best result this week, you need to understand the strategies that you will use to increase your personal efficiency. So with the right personal efficiency, then you're going to achieve a better result this week. As this week starts, we need to understand that personal efficiency is the ability to increase your chances of success. So if you want to increase your chances of success, then you need to be aware of some certain things that you need to do. And the first thing you need to understand that efficiency is doing things right, while we have effectiveness is doing the right thing. Now, when you combine these two together, this week, your office work, your official duties, things you've planned to do, you will definitely see that at the end of this week, you will have achieved greater and more valuable results. Now, one thing is, a philosopher says something that a man that fails to plan is planning to fail. So definitely the first thing you need to understand this week as you enter this week, new week, is you need to have a set of plans. These are things you want to do this week. These are things you want to achieve. So at the end of this week, by the time you look into your book and into your record book, and you see that you have achieved everything you planned, everything has gone the way you want it, you will see that the result will be something that will be very, very surprising to you. So, in order for you to be able to increase your efficiency in life, because without your efficiency increasing in life, you are not going to be successful. Now, what are things you need to do? The first thing you need to do is you need to take a break. Take a break first. That's the first thing. And when you take a break, you use that break to analyze what are things you need to do. You need to take a break. A break will help you to refocus on your life. When you take a break, you'll be able to refocus on your life. But if you do not take a break, you just be going doing things the way you are just doing it. You'll not be able to focus. What's the next thing? And without staying focused, you might head into the bush. Now, the first thing you need to do after that is, when you take a break, you now need to ask yourself some certain questions. What are the questions you need to ask? Do you need to understand what do you want in life? What do I want in life? And again, you ask yourself, am I on the track? Are you really on the track of success? Another question is, why don't I need to do what are productive? Why don't I need to do what will bring progress to my life? What don't I need to do? And what do I need to do that is related to my focus and my dream? Then you write this down in a book. This is it. Another thing is, the next step, you ask yourself this question, that what is the next step for my life? If you don't understand the next step for your life, then you definitely go astray. Then, in this context, you'll be able to derive these questions also, that who am I? Where am I? Where am I going? Am I where I ought to be? Then, if all your question is no, you don't know whom you are, you don't know where you are, definitely you cannot know where you ought to be. And you'll not be able to know, maybe you are where you ought to be. If you are not where you ought to be, then you are the wrong place. The work you are doing, is that where you ought to be? The level you are in the office, is that where you ought to be? The status quo of your life now, is that where you ought to be? Is your life propelling? Things you are doing now, are they propelling you to greater heights? Where are you? Where do you ought to be? And another thing you need to understand to achieve effectiveness is that you need to eliminate all forms of distraction. There are distractions on the path to success. You need to eliminate every unnecessary distraction in your life, e.g. your TV, internet, friends, your life pleasure and pressure. You need to be, these are distractions. Your telephone is a distraction. Your handset is a distraction. Social media is a distraction. These distractions in your life needs to be eliminated. You need to do away with those distractions in your life. Another thing is stop multitasking. Face one task at a time. There are some persons who just multitask. You are doing different things. You need to understand, you need to finish a project before moving on to another project. Because by the time you have so many projects, you have so many projects at time, you are just doing everything. You are doing everything together. At the end of the day, you will now notice that you are busy, but you are doing nothing. These are people we call, at the end of the day, you notice you are busy all throughout from morning till night, you are working. But at the end of the day, there is nothing meaningful that you achieve. That is when they say you are just busy doing nothing. You can be busy while you are doing nothing. And at the end of the day, the whole result will still be failure. And I was busy all throughout the day. Why don't I do this? What have I even achieved today? At the end of the day, you have achieved nothing. Why? You are just multitasking. You did not finish a project before you go on to another. So stop multitasking. Jack of all trades, master of none. Stop multitasking. Face one project at a time. Another thing, you need to create a routine to achieve, to increase personal efficiency in life. You need to create a routine. What are things I'll be doing every day? And make sure that things you are doing every day are related to your dream. If you don't have a dream, a man that doesn't have a dream will end up in another man's dream. A man without a dream will end up in another man's dream. A man without a plan will end up in another man's plan. Oh, my plan in life is to be a proprietor of an international school. And as a proprietor of an international school, I need to have board of directors. I need to have some persons under me. I need to have some staff. I need to have teaching staff. Okay, I will employ this person as my teacher. I will employ this person to manage my business. I learned that this guy is very, very good in managing business. I learned that this guy is very good in teaching. Let me write down his name. Now, that means you can see, I am planning my life. I am including you into it. That means you will be living my dream. Do you understand? So you need to understand that you need to plan your life. Another thing is Pomodoro method. Pomodoro method. In Italian, Pomodoro is called tomato. If I'm making sense, Abi, Pomodoro. I guess Pomodoro, tomato is Pomodoro in Italian. Pomodoro method. So it's a time management method. Pomodoro method is a time management method. You need to understand the principle of planning time. You need to understand the principle. You need to be able to plan your time. Plan, each project with time. Time management is a key factor in achieving or in increasing personal efficiency in life. Now, you need to set a workable goals. Don't set goals that are not workable. Set a workable goals. Set it. Set your goal. Before the end of today, I need to achieve this. Before the end of tomorrow, I need to achieve this. Set it. Don't just set goals that are not workable. Set a workable goal. Do important tasks first. These are things, I think this is come first, this comes second, this comes third. When you are doing this, you'll be able to negate every form of distraction. And finally, you reward yourself. At the end of the day, why have you able to achieve this? Now, let me sit down and take some chilling. Let me sit down and take some wine. It's time to chill. I've achieved so many things today. Let's pump champagne. Wow. I've rewarded myself. If you have watched this video to this end, that means you're in love with this content. Kindly share, subscribe to this channel. One love, I love you so much. Bye.